Hey everyone, it's Rich. We got some new hires coming soon. Thought I'd put another instructor training video together talking about some of the changes in the IQ syllabus. One of the places where you see a lot of the changes is in the 200 series. I pulled up the 203 PowerPoint. You'll see it looks pretty much the same as what you've seen before. A couple of things I wanted to go over on the main page. You'll see there's symbols if there's an e-brief associated with that topic. Also, there are aircraft performance questions. You've seen these before. If you're briefing a 200 series, take a look at the performance questions ahead of time. That way you'll know where to find the information. Also, one of the new things is the automation questions. That's for the debrief. Once you're done in the FTD, come back up to the briefing room so you can pull up the PowerPoint presentation again, click that link, and just work your way through the automation questions, answer anything that comes up from the students. So again, it's a good idea to go ahead and pull this up the night before and tab through it so you can see what's headed your way. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the 241 because it is a little bit different. You'll see there's 3 links. There's EPAB, PAB, and then recall items limitations. First start with the PAB. That is just your normal PowerPoint, procedures and automation validation. You can see the overview. There's 4 parts to the 241. The electronic performance and automation validation, that is an electronic test that the students will take. That's the first step. The next thing is the FMS auto flight skills validation. That is the AeroSim. I'm going to show that a little bit in a minute. Then of course the procedures validation in the FTD, and when you're all done, memory items and limitations. All right, the EPAB, there's a slide here that kind of talks about what's expected. They do have to get 80%. There's a slide about the FMST. Go ahead and go through that with the students, what they're expected to do. All right, so when you're all done, go back to the main 200 page. You can pull up the EPAB. That is the electronic test for the students. Now, each person is going to be assigned 1, 2, or 3. So in this case, we'll say you're a test 2 person. Just pull that up, start working your way through the automation questions. These are things they will have seen before, previously in the 200 series. Just keep track to see how many they get wrong. They do have to get 80% to proceed on. All right, let's say you're done with the automation questions. You're ready to move on to the AeroSim. There is a book in each briefing room. Flight Management Systems Training, FMST. There's one for each module in the 200 series. We're going to go ahead and pull up the 241 today. You'll see there's a flight plan listed. Print that out so the students have it available. There's different snapshots. You can see there's several of them for the 241. It'll tell you which snapshot to pull up and what they're expected to do. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and pull up is the 24X-0. That is a normal takeoff. So the way you get to the AeroSim, you're going to go to the bottom left, Start, All Programs, VFD, and you can see at the bottom the MD-88 AeroSim. Go and click on that. It does take a little bit of time to load. Once it does come up, click on Snap, Load, then find 24X. Presets are right there. In this case, I'm going to pull up 24X-0. And that'll preload what you need for that particular event. For this one, about the only thing you might need to set up ahead of time is your speed bugs. This is just a normal takeoff for the students to work through so they can show you they know the takeoff sequence and what their call outs are. Once you got things set, all you have to do is unfreeze the AeroSim and let the students do their thing. You'll see all this stuff works. You're going to run the throttles up. Auto throttles on. And I know this is going to take a minute, but we'll just go ahead and go through the full normal takeoff in the AeroSim. There's clamp. .80 knots thrust normal. And this is just an opportunity for the students to work through a normal takeoff, show you they know the call outs. The aerosim will rotate automatically for you. They don't actually fly the aerosim. This is just an automation drill. All right, so we're coming up on rotate. The aerosim will rotate for you. The landing gear is movable. Just click up at the top to raise the landing gear. Positive rate gear up. And then we're going to wait till 400 feet and select nav. So you switch over on the FMA to nav track. You could probably put the autopilot on at this point. I'm going to wait a little bit, put it on after 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet, you're going to select climb power, pull the flaps up, hit VNAV. You can see VNAV climb, and you can reach up, click on the autopilot. Once you're done with the requirement for a particular snapshot, you can just go up and hit the freeze button and get ready to load up the next snapshot. So freeze, back to snap. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and go to 24x-2. So go ahead and load 24x, scroll down to 24x-2. Just want to show you one of the in-flight ones. Double click it, and it'll preload everything you need. The aerosim will come up frozen. When you're ready for the student to perform the exercise, just unfreeze the aerosim. This is a flyer present heading to intercept a radial. So the heading is already preset, and it's in heading select, so all they have to do is the FMS part. So direct intercept, Macon, intercept leg 2. It's the 350 radial, so 170 course. And make sure it looks good, execute, and then come up in arm nav. The aerosim is only available in the briefing and debriefing room, so if you're teaching a 200 series, come on in and check it out. You can see that the frequencies are adjustable, the course is adjustable. For things like the speed or the heading bug, there's selections for full push, half push, or pull, as well as the plus and minus buttons for adjusting the number. You can see for vert speed, the wheel is adjustable. Altitude, you got choices for pull or push, plus the plus or minuses. The landing gear is movable, the flaps are movable, the throttles are movable. On the altimeter, you can go ahead and change the altimeter setting, change your orange bug, and of course the FMS is fully functional. Come in when you get a chance and give it a try so you'll be more familiar with it. When you're done, just go ahead and hit freeze. Don't use the red X to exit, just use the exit button. And then just click yes, and that'll exit the aerosim. Then on to the FTD.